Good afternoon, folks. This is your host, Kimberly Jessica, reporting in live today from Hollywood, California. And it's 2 days after the iHeartRadio Music Awards, and we're so excited today to be interviewing an amazing band and human being, an individual for the iHeartRadio show, The Glam Report. And we're just truly excited. And just let me give you a little bit of background. I love, interviewing and talking to up-and-coming indie artists that are, either bringing a specific genre back, or they're doing amazing things, or they're underground, just really, causing an earthquake below the surface, and it's being felt. And, for me, I am just a music junkie, when it comes to 60s. Well, I'm not crazy about the 60s. It's cool because, music caused movements. But the 70s, the 60s, the 80s, the 90s, even music up till today. And this particular group that I'm going to be chatting with, the lead singer, they have, they're bringing rock back in a specific way. When you think, groups like Nirvana and Bush and any kind of guitar from the 80s, like a White Snake or, a Motley Crue, or, you think about those live bands, those live guitars where you could literally feel the guitar, resonating through your spine, where you can literally listen to the music and relate. It's one of those bands when you listen to their music, 10, 15 years from now, you'd be like, I totally remember what I was doing when that song came out. This is what I was doing. This is what I was thinking. This is who I was with. This is who I wanted to marry. This is who it's like it's one of those bands, and it has those kinds of songs. And to just give you a little bit of background, because you're probably saying, well, who in God's name are you talking about now? Well, it's a group that was formed by this amazing young man, basically, asking his friends to help him find a bass player. And the artist and his guitar player, basically they teamed up with, an amazing individual, which is a bass player, and they began cycling through a long list of drummers that they still hadn't settled on to this day. So, they've made amazing music with a drummer that they haven't settled on yet. But there's more. They performed songs that basically songs were performed that the lead singer had written way back when he was 15 years old. Him and the bass player that he has now, they played shows together, and they really had synergy. I mean, and again, you guys are going to not only hear us talk to this individual, talk to this artist, and we're going to talk about his band, but you're going to also have the opportunity to listen to his music. We're going to play the entire EP on the show today. How cool is that, guys? Then basically after 3.5 years of development, the band honed in on their authentic sound and the development of their strongest songs. And basically, they've had a couple of successful shows as well. At some point, they took a year off performing to, pursue making a debut record, and they ended up working with legendary session drummers Kenny Armoff. Hello, among other recording greats such as Joe Barresi, and I may be butchering his name. I'm not, the crazy about butchering anyone's name, but, we'll come back to that after. And of course, Jeff Sheehan, and towards the end of their mixing, engineer secretly reached out to Butch Vig, and a day later, they heard from him saying the songs were rocking. So basically, you've got the okay of Butch Vig guys, okaying these guys' songs. And then Butch hooked them up with Howie Weinberg to master the songs, another legendary engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to be interviewing today the lead singer of the band Arcana, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it correctly, but of course Spencer Marcoux will tell us if we are. The lead singer of the great, amazing group Arcana, Spencer, is on the line with us. Spencer, are you there?
Yes. Hi. Thanks for that introduction. That was great.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. It's like I got excited just reading it. How are you today, Spencer?
I'm doing great. I've been up all day working on graphic artwork for the EP.
Wow. You live the music, Spencer. I must say, I had the opportunity to meet you the other night, and I have to say, you wake up and dance to the beat of your own drum, literally. You and, your bandmate, you guys literally live the music. I mean, there's like, if there was anything running through your veins, I would say there's song notes. Screw blood, man. It's song notes.
Thanks. Thank you.
So tell us, Spencer, a little bit of your story in 10 seconds or 20 seconds or less. When did you know in your heart, in your brain, in your mind, in your body that this is who you wanted to be? You wanted to be the Music Man.
Well, I got sent away when I was 15 because I was sort of a rebellious teenager. And when I got back to high school, a lot of those fake friends that I had just sort of ignored me. I kind of became isolated at high school, and I got really bored sitting alone, and I sort of rediscovered music. I was playing guitar since I was 10, but when I got back from Utah, I really rediscovered music again and rediscovered a lot of these bands like the Beatles and Neil Young and Nirvana and all these Led Zeppelin bands like that, and a bunch of punk rock bands like Black Flag and stuff like that. And it just kind of I just kept thinking to myself, I think I can do this. Like, I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just started writing music, just writing lyrics and melodies and guitar parts and stuff like that, and just kept going and until the point where I couldn't go to school anymore because I was staying up all really late, and I couldn't balance school and writing music, so I just dropped out of school to do music.
Wow. So you turned your issues and your high school teen years of pain, and you turned it into passion, which you then translated into music, is what I'm hearing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I did.
Wow. So let me ask you this. We're going to play your song as we go along because, we really love what you're doing. So the first song we're going to play is Say. But before we play that, can you give us a little bit of an idea of what was going through your mind as you wrote the song, I Say?
Yeah, Say was a song that, was a concept that a song that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have a song musically that was going to have so much energy and so much thrust and power that it would literally explode performing it live, and it would just start up anything, and it would tear things down and punch people in the face. So I knew I had to write something really quick and fast, and as far as the lyrical content that goes for Say, it's sort of a social commentary about how I feel about living in society and with my peers, specifically my generation of people, and how I sort of have, or lack thereof, relationships with people because of how jaded and insecure this generation seems to be, and selfish, I guess. It can be a little mean, but it's also empowering. I find it to be empowering because it's also seeking out other people that feel this way so we can come together and relate to each other with similar feelings about this generation, I guess.
Well, you know what? That is amazing how, you're letting your fellow generations know, look, say, hey, look, we've got to change some things amongst ourselves at the same time. Here's a message of love at the same time. So you are just being raw, authentic, and vulnerable, and truthful, and loving all at the same time, like a parent would, but from a objective perspective as well as a personal perspective. So this song is amazing.
Yeah. Thanks. When you hear the first verse, you're going to hear that, it starts off the lyrics saying, like, say the things you never really wanted to say, change the things you never ever wanted to change. And then the chorus is, they won't wait for you, so don't wait. They won't want you to, not for you. And it's pretty much, like I said, it's a social commentary about how people are pretty selfish, and, the world can be a tough place, and you got to look out for yourself, and but there's other people like you out there, and we're one of those people, and you know, you can relate to us too, you know. So
totally. Well, folks, we are about to take a listen to the song "I Say" from the group. Say your group name so that I'm not butchering it.
The song is called "Say," and the group name is called Arcana. Arcana.
Isn't this lovely, folks? We are about to take a break, and we're going to go right into the song "Say" by Arcana. We will be right back, folks. Take a listen to "Say" by Arcana. Okay, folks, this is Kimberly Jessica. We're back, and we just took a listen to the song "One Say" by Arcana. I want to make sure I'm saying this right because, you know, Spencer is really detailed about his craft, and he is one of these people, before we bring him back on, that, you know, Spencer is he's deep. He's really deep. He's one deep cat. You think Jim Morrison, you think Bowie, and you think Kurt Cobain, and you think, you know, just some of the greatest artists in the world. And you look at Aaron, and you look at Spencer, which, by the way, we're going to bring Aaron in as well at the later part of the interview. But Spencer is one of these people that You know what I mean? You think you go back to the 70s and he's just like, I can dig it, man. You know what I mean? He feels everything like times 10 and he gets it. He doesn't care where you're from, who you are, where you've been. If you're down to earth and you're real, he's one of those cool cats that he can dig it. So that's what I love about Spencer. You know, he's observant, he gets it, he's down for you, you're good to him, he's good to you, and he again, when I say that the music, you know, while most normal people have blood running through their veins, Spencer has song notes running through his veins. Spencer has emotions running through his veins. But, you know, I'm not going to talk about him anymore. We're going to bring him back because we just played his song, One Say. Spencer, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yay! So, Spencer, I mean, this is amazing. One Say is an amazing song. Earlier I was saying I Say, but, you know, again, you know, that's why I'm like, dude, I don't have my glasses on. I thought that was an I, but it's a one. So, don't mind me. I'm half blind.
Yeah,
don't mind me at all.
The one is just, it was just to label it through the emails. It's just called Say. There's no one on it. It was just to
Gotcha.
Order.
Gotcha. See, there's not a one and there's not an I. It's just Say. So, folks, the song is just Say. But it was an amazing song, and that's what counts. But we want to make sure that, you know, we're able to, you know, have the right wording of the song. So, now tell us, Spencer, how can we, you know, get a hold of the song Say? Or is it going to be, you know, distributed as the entire EP, or can they buy each song that they like?
Well, right now we're we sort of took down all our demos and stuff like that because we're figuring out how to proceed in our career as far as distribution, and we're going to be meeting with labels because we're currently independent right now, and we're going to be figuring out, you know, what the best course of action is to promote and release our songs. But if you really want to listen to this stuff secretly, we put it up on our website at arcanaband.com, and you could check it out there if you just, you know, can't wait for us to release it. You can listen there.
Well, that's great. So, guys, you have an opportunity to hear the song if you go to their website. So now, Spencer, let me ask you this. Who are your greatest music influences?
Well, the first greatest musical influence has got to be John Lennon for me. He's
amazing.
The greatest to me. Like I said earlier, I like John Lennon. I like, you know, all the Beatles stuff. I love all the John Lennon stuff. I love Led Zeppelin. I love Nirvana. I love a lot of the classic rock stuff. I also like a lot of the singer-songwriter stuff, like Neil Young and James Taylor and Paul Simon. And I also like a lot of punk rock stuff. Like I said earlier, like Black Flag and the Dead Boys, and what else is cool?
Well, you know, so that's quite a bit. I mean, you know, that's quite a bit of a broad range.
Yeah, but other than rock music, I also listen to all types of music. I mean, me and Aaron, we love all music. We listen to hip hop. We listen to, you know, Outkast and Jay Dilla stuff. We listen to you know, old blues stuff like Muddy Waters and Jimmy Reed and stuff like that. We listen to country like Johnny Cash. We listen to everything. I mean, there's not like one genre we don't listen to, except for maybe EDM or something like that. I don't know. But
wow,
we listen to anything that's got good songwriting, you know.
So let me ask you this. Let's narrow this down even more. If you had to say that there was a particular rocker that got in your head, who would that be? When you're sitting there and you're alone and you're writing those songs, and if there was a particular rocker or a particular artist in your head, who would that artist be and why?
Well, I don't know if I could pick just one, but I could definitely do like maybe three, because when I was 10, I was, you know, when I first heard Nirvana, that really got inside my DNA for sure. And then when I was around 12 or 13, Jimi Hendrix got really inside my DNA. And then when I was a baby, the Beatles got inside my DNA. And so those are like probably like the deepest connections I have. You know, like as far as like the songwriting goes, Beatles, and as far as like singing and performing goes, it'd be like more of a Nirvana connection. And as far as like guitar playing, I wouldn't ever compare myself to Jimi Hendrix, but I love listening to that, and that's what, you know, if I was a killer guitar player, I would want to be like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, most people do. I mean, I've even seen where people have literally tried to reinvent and get that sound, and it's almost been nearly impossible. But just to see, you know, the music that you play, I tell you, you're pretty damn close. I can tell you that.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what it is, you know? I mean, it's not flattery, it's just, you know, I've listened to your music and I think it's amazing. So your next song you have is Damaged All My Goods. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah, that song I wrote, you know, about a year ago or 8 months ago. I was sitting on my couch, I was playing a video game, as lame as that sounds, and I paused it, I was watching some interviews, and it was this one pop star that I'll not really name because I'm not really a fan of hers, but she was talking about how she sort of messed around a little bit when she was younger and she damaged her goods. And I felt like I kind of related to that, and it started off kind of like negative, but then the lyrics are positive. I don't like to just write about depressing things or painful experiences without having some sort of resolution from it, because that's not really compassionate towards the listener at all. So,
I love the way you take responsibility for your listeners. That's true daddy material. I love it.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, so Damaged All My Goods. It's you know, when you listen to the lyrics, it's me expressing myself on how I feel about my, you know, how I grew up and all the speed bumps I hit, but there's still an uplifted. It's kind of humorous, to be honest. It's not that serious. Like I'm saying, I damaged all my goods. There's sort of a slight humor to it. You know, it's a little bit lighthearted, and yeah, the lyrics will sort of guide the way.
Wow. And so, I guess, should I dare ask what goods is she talking about, or what goods are you talking about? Or should I dare ask? I mean, it's fun. You know, this radio is PG, you know, we're on PG, but I mean, what goods are you talking about, sweetie?
Well, the goods is the good stuff about my soul, but the damaged stuff is the explicit stuff that I don't think we should talk about on the radio.
Okay, great. Got it. So we'll leave that part out.
Yeah.
But, guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and take a listen now to Damaged All My Goods by the band Arcana. Right now we are currently chatting it up with the band lead singer, Spencer. So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to listen to Damaged All My Goods by the group Arcana. Be right back, folks.
To myself, I guess to get me out of my shell. Everything good is almost gone, and I know it's hard to see something that is constantly taken away from me. I used to be the one who sees smiling all the time, the light between the skies, but now it's gone. I damaged all my goods. I damaged all my. I think it was just too much too young. I guess I'll never know now that it's gone. Everyone's spending for themselves, and I know it's hard to see something that is constantly taken away from me. I used to be the one who sees smiling all the eyes, the light between the skies, but now it's gone. I damaged all my goods. feelings of love, well now I feel I guess I really messed up and I almost lost my mind. The mess I can't refrain, I know
Well, folks, we are hoping you are enjoying this show today, that we have the group with us on the line called Arcana. Lord, I'm butchering the name. God forgive me. I'm going to have to say 5 Hail Marys when I'm done with this because I'm butchering names here. But, I don't want Spencer to get me. Spencer's a perfectionist. We just listened to the song Damaged All My Goods. And Spencer's such a gentleman that he was just like, look, part of this is not great for the radio when we say all our goods, but here's the great part. And we're just excited because, the group is more than one person. Of course, we talked about that a little bit in the beginning. Damaged All My Goods is an amazing song, guys. You've got to listen to this song again. Come back, listen to the show, play it again, because this is the shit, I have to say. And, of course, you know that, the group is just not a one-man show. We've got another gentleman on the line with us. Aaron, are you there?
I'm here live and direct.
Woo! What's up, Aaron? How are you?
I'm doing close to spectacular, I guess. How are you doing?
Wow, yeah, the Mr. Bassman is here, man. Tell us how you got started in this game. This is so amazing. I'm listening to your music. We just listened to Say. We listened to Damaged All My Goods. Dude, you guys are amazing. I mean, guys, again, tell my listeners, when you think Bush, you think Nirvana. You know what I mean? You think, these guys, it's like, dude, you are bringing back an era that freaking went away. So can you share with us, Aaron, tell us in 20 seconds or less about Aaron, man. This is serious business.
20 seconds or less. Let's see. Born and raised in South Central. Yeah, born and raised. Love Los Angeles. It's my life. It's my home. Got into music. I used to mess around on my great auntie's old piano when I was like 7 or 8. Threw me in lessons. Learned classical piano, didn't really like it. Moved on to classical guitar and stuff. Didn't really like it, but discovered electric guitar and a couple of other crazy kids, and then had my first punk band when I was 12 or 13.
So
and from there.
Straight. So we've got a rocker that sounds like Bush and Nirvana from South Central on the line with us today.
Hello.
Where did they do that at?
Yeah, one of the weird ones.
No, you know what? It's those ones that we call weird that are the ones that, the Quentin Tarantinos and the Steven Spielbergs and all those, those guys. Those are the ones that have changed the world. So we didn't mean to cut you off. So you did some classical. You go ahead. We're sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Let's see. Joined the punk band, got kicked out of Catholic school, had my first introduction into the public school system, at 8th grade. Loved it because it was just... We're not going to take
it out of the public schools. I mean, out of the private, out of the Catholic schools. We're not going to take it. So
yeah.
Those.
Yeah, they didn't really have anything creative there, so I just, I was a little pyromaniac. So I burned
showed out.
Yeah.
Oh, you burned things. You were a fire starter.
Unfortunately, yeah. But
I mean,
later
I had a thing with 40 cents, so you know.
Oh, I remember. Oh man.
So tell us, so you did the public school thing. How did you end up with Spencer? Like seriously, like that's like a dream come true for you.
Oh yeah, he's my brother. He's my only brother. And, skipping ahead a couple of years, a friend reached out to me and said there's this dude who's, looking for a bassist. I didn't really know what kind of music he was into, but I met him. We clicked. He was mentioning bands that I loved and same vice versa, throwing punk rock and rock and roll bands back and forth. Went back and jammed, and that was it. And, yeah, we've been together ever since.
Wow. So now, are you self-taught bass player?
I took lessons for a while, but I was one of those kids that's like, once I've learned, a couple of notes, I just kind of went out there and figured the rest out myself.
Wow.
That's
back
the fun
in 2013, I went to bass playing guitar school, and I played the bass too. A little bit of
Oh, yeah? You're a little Bootsy Collins?
Little teeny bit, teeny tiny, just a teeny tiny, weeny whiny, small tiny.
Every portion counts.
Every portion, but you know what? If you put the notes in front of me again, I could do it again. Once you get that in you, it's there. It's just dormant.
It's like riding a bike, but I can't ride a bike, so whatever.
Whatever, right? So tell us, so what have these songs meant to you? Because you guys really have jam sessions. You guys really rock it out. What have these songs meant for you, Aaron? On a serious note, what have they meant for you?
Well, the songs mean a lot. Like, to tell you the truth, sometimes the songs and the way that Spencer is so connected to the world and his surroundings, and he would write these lyrics in the moment, and they would kind of go over my head like the first couple of days, and I would sit down later and listen to these songs, listen to the lyrics, listen to our bass lines and notes and everything all together, and it would make me reflect on moments growing up and, times where I excuse my language, felt like crap. I don't want to say the actual cuss word. And from there, I would listen to great songs, and it would make me feel like I could take on the whole world. And that's the feeling that I get from listening to Spencer's songs. When he comes to me with an idea, a couple of chords, he may say it's just whatever, but to me it's everything.
Wow. Let me ask you this, Aaron. What are some of your biggest music influences?
Well, I'm right along with Spencer with Hendrix. I have a tattoo of him on my shoulder, so I carry him with me every day. I love Hendrix. Oh yeah, that's my man. But funny enough, it's like growing up in South Central, I was surrounded by a lot of R&B and hip hop and gospel, and from there I had my influences like Stevie Wonder, or Al Green or James Jamerson, who played every dope bass line on every great soul song you've ever heard. Paul McCartney loves James Jamerson.
I forgot to mention Ray Charles when I was talking about my stuff too. And
I can't forget Ray.
Ray Charles is one of my favorites.
Yeah, so you guys sound like you're the yin and yang for each other here on these songs, man.
Yeah, we're yin and yang, but we also have a lot in common. We listen to probably the same. We listen to everything. There's probably maybe 2 songs that I don't like that Aaron likes. We listen to all the songs that he likes. I usually like too. He's always turning me on to new stuff, and I'm always turning him on to stuff. And we love all types of music, every genre, like I said before. So
it's 3 years you guys have been working together, basically.
Oh, how long? We've been working together for almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bit. So, so tell us a little bit, Aaron and Spencer, about the next song we're about to play called Bad Habits. Tell us about that song.
Bad Habits is again it's a song that has to do with bad habits. It has to do with getting stuck in the loop of, habits that are, it's pretty self-explanatory. But what's interesting is that the riff, this is actually a song, believe it or not, I don't know if many people would even hear it, but I was actually inspired by Hendrix by this song, and I don't think anybody would really pick up on that, but it's like a riff that literally cycles around, and so the title just kind of came with the riff at the same time. And it's kind of like saying, take a load off, get a hold of your bad habits that are cycling around. Just get away from them and change your perspective. That's all you got to do. You don't have to do anything but just change the way you're looking at things sometimes to just get out of a bad habit.
Wow.
It could be any bad habit that you have. It's not limited to, I know my mom likes this song because she likes to relate it to like the 7 deadly sins, which I guess that's applicable. I mean, but I like how it can be interpreted in any way anybody wants to interpret it.
Any way. It can be applied to any part of anyone's life, basically.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a listen to Bad Habits by the group Arcana. We have here on the line with us the band members of the group Arcana, Spencer and Aaron. Their next hit, Bad Habits. We will be right back. Here's Bad Habits, folks.
Get a hold of bad habits, silent round. Take a load off, get a hold of bad habits, silent round. Name on my necklace and a knife in my back, cardigan infection and a poison romance. When I get a break, it's too late to react, left to restart all the way back. Take a load off, get a hold of bad habits, silent round. Take a load off, get a hold of bad habits, silent round. Get a hold of bad habits, silent round. Take a load off, get a hold of bad habits, silent round. Bad habits. Bad habits. Take load off, get a hold of bad habits, silent round.
Okay, folks, you just heard the song Bad Habits by my personal favorite freaking group in the world. I have to say now, I'm just going to say it out loud. And I normally don't say something like this unless it's really true, because I'm that girl. I'm addicted. I think I'm addicted. This is some good shit, guys. This is some good stuff, and it's funny because, you know, my head is down and I'm taking my notes here, and as I looked up at the wall, and I literally am looking at a little sticker that never stands out for me, and it's a girl playing a guitar. So that solidifies for me that I'm totally addicted, that I'm loving the guitar aspect of it. I remember just listening to Whitesnake's Still of the Night. And I just remember, you know, David playing that beat on that music on the end of this song with, you know, Still of the Night, Still of the Night, Still of the Night. And I just remember that song and the guitar, and I just remember falling in love with the guitar. And then I remember, you know, when I was in the military, and I had to run a mile and a half in like between 12 and 13 minutes. And I would put on Come As You Are as loud as I possibly could in my ears. And when I tell you that song just had me going, that I would finish my PT in like 9 minutes. A mile and a half in 9 minutes, Come As You Are. And then when I had gotten a sports car, I'll never forget getting my Acura CL, and it was back in the 90s. And I just, you know, it was a 2-door coupe and it was a 5-seat. And I just used to blast Bush. I don't want to come back down from this cloud. But that guitar in the beginning was sick. Okay, so now you get it. Yeah, I'm addicted. And I'm loving this. So I'm bringing back bandmates Aaron and Spencer from the group Arcana. Yeah, I'm butchering the name, but you guys get it. Are you guys there, Aaron and Spencer?
Oi, oi. Yep.
Yay! So guys, we just played the song Bad Habits. Please tell our listeners how we can get in touch with you and, you know, where you're going to be next and how we can follow you on social media.
You can get in touch with us at Arcana Band, just at symbol Arcana Band, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and we do have a SoundCloud at Arcana Band as well, but there's no songs on there yet. If you really want to listen to music, you have to go to our website at just arcanaband.com, and we do have a YouTube, youtube.com/ArcanaBandYouTube. And we got a whole bunch of cool videos up there. We got some live shows. We got some acoustic sets. And we're always constantly posting some cool stuff. So that's where you can keep up with us.
Well, guys, I just want to thank you. And Aaron, any last words from you, Aaron, that you want to share before we wrap up?
Is it all right if I cuss on this? Like, I heard you say something.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, mi casa es tu casa. I mean, those don't get outrageous.
I just want to say that's all.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is good shit. So, without further ado, thank you so much for interviewing with us today. We had a great time. And, you know, we look forward to, you know, what's coming up next for you guys, because you are definitely on iHeartRadio's top bands to look out for. Yes, I said it, guys. You are iHeartRadio's
means a lot.
Glam Reports Radio Show top bands to look out for. We just want to thank you for taking the time out to have a jam session. Folks, this was a jam session today. We listened to the song Stay, we listened to Damaged All My Goods and Bad Habits, and we are going to phase out. We're going to ride like the wind and phase out on Damaged All My Goods. Thank you so much, guys, for interviewing with us today. One last thing before we wrap up. We're heading out. What is it, Spencer?
I just want to say we are looking for a drummer. So if you're really good at drums and you like our music, send us a message. We will get back.
Woo! You hear that, guys? You're possibly going to be able to play drums for these guys. So, guys, if you're looking for an amazing family-style, funky, fun rocker-style band to be a part of, and you want to play the drums for them, check out this group. Again, thank you so much, guys, for interviewing with us today. We're going to ride out Ride Like the Wind on Damaged All My Goods. Thanks, guys. This is Kimberly Jessica from Hollywood, California, signing off. Enjoy your evening, folks. Signing off. Damaged All My Goods. Thanks, guys.
What am I doing to myself? I guess to get me out of my shell. Everything good is almost gone, and I know it's hard to see something that is constantly taken away from me. I used to be the one who sees smiling all the time, the light between the skies, but now it's gone. Damn, it's all my goods. Damn, it's all mine. I think it was just too much too young. I guess I'll never know now that it's gone. Everyone's spending for themselves, and I know it's hard to see something that is constantly taken away from me. I used to be the one who sees smiling all the eyes, the light between the skies, but now it's gone. Damn, it's all my goods. 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 Everything is melting on my ears. All the things I love, well, now I fear. I guess I really messed up, and I almost lost my mind. The mess I can't afraid, I know damn, it's all my goods. Damn, it's all my